All right, so here's my almost finalized CFast to SSD adaptation. Now, obviously you have to cut the door, and that will avoid your warranty if you do cut the door. So please keep that in mind. I understand that might be heavily uncomfortable for most people to do. So I suggest waiting for somebody to 3D print a door or find another solution so it doesn't avoid the warranty. Me, however, I don't give a shit. I cut the fucking shit. So I'm just gonna gaff tape that and I'll be good to go. So anyway, the SSD is powered by V-mount, of course, through USB, and the USB port is not enabled by default. You actually have to push the battery level indicator button to actually turn on the power to the USB port. Found that out through an Amazon review. So if your V-mount doesn't work through the USB port right away, just push the little meter button. You should be good to go. I'm gonna turn it on so you can see it functioning. Excuse my terrible handiwork with the camera. I'm used to this, not a DSLR. So let's power on. And there you go. Right there. So this, I have a 2 terabyte SSD, which gives me about 4 hours and 30 minutes of record time. And that is such a drastic difference. And it literally costs the same price as one Delkin 256 gig CFast card that I have. And I have 3 of those. So already saving a ton of money. And a lot of people will say this is not practical, but I would rather spend a couple $100 versus a couple $1,000 on a bunch of CFast cards. We'll go ahead and push record just so you can see it functioning. And everything seems to be working fine through the V-mount. Now my problem is the gimbal. The gimbal has a USB port, and I was super excited to say, hey, let's just plug it into the USB port. The problem with the USB port, I don't think it draws enough power. It's supposed to be 5 volts, but I don't think it draws 5 volts consistently because I get overflow errors, read errors, buffer errors when it's plugged into this USB port. So to combat that, I'm gonna go through the DTAP. I'm gonna get a converter. It's coming tomorrow, which will take it to a USB 5 volts, and hopefully that'll solve the issue. Otherwise, gimbal solutions are gonna be kind of a bitch to do. So anyway, if you're on a tripod setup or you're on a shoulder rig majority of the time, you're not really on the gimbal too much, I would highly recommend this option if you shoot for long periods of time. You do interviews, you're on a movie set. This is the most ideal situation versus swapping out CFast cards, renting CFast cards, buying CFast cards. We're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars. 2 terabytes, $300, 4 hours and 30 minutes. That should easily get me through today. And you could easily get a couple of these and still be good. You understand 8 256 gig CFast cards equals one of these. That's a lot of money. That's like $2,000, I think it was $2,400 to equal the equivalent of this in CFast card money. So again, you're saving a lot of money. And believe me, I understand the door situation. Not a lot of people, majority of people who own a C200 want to do this. I understand this. This voids the warranty. So it might be obvious, it might be ideal to wait till somebody figures that out. But for me, again, I don't give a shit. This is way more practical for me, and I'm impatient, so still recording. Just to show you, still recording, no errors, no nothing. Again, this is just a BS test. I haven't done an extensively long test yet. I want to run it through the whole 4 hours and 30 minutes and check the footage, but we'll have to see. So anyway, I'll update you guys tomorrow on this. I'm getting that DTAP adapter, and that should solve this. And if not, then we are screwed for gimbal, because I don't know about you. I'm excited for this, but I'm not about to carry an extra battery bank on this thing. It's already heavy enough as is. So I think if the DTAP adapter doesn't work, then I'm just gonna scrap this and use CFast cards for now until we figure out a proper solution. But again, one more time, sorry to repeat, but if you're on a setup like this, tripod, shoulder rig, it's a no-brainer. Look into this. There are options now, people. No more excuses. Oh, CFast data is too expensive. You can put an SSD onto it if you really wanted to. It's possible. We'll update you guys tomorrow.